You've been doing a lot of reflection these past few months. You've been talking about how time flies, and in the blink of an eye, you're 70. And you have been quite difficult to deal with in trying to plan any type of celebration. You didn't want a birthday party. You didn't want any gathering at all. You didn't want to go off and spend a weekend and forget about things. You didn't want any big presents. You didn't want any presents. So we, your family and friends, while still honoring your wishes, have some things that we'd like to share with you, things that we'd like to say to you, memories that mean a lot to us. You are one beloved man by family and longtime friends, and your wife. Just know, honey, that you are my world, and I love you dearly. Happy birthday, Mama.
Happy birthday, Dad. So when I think about my favorite memory, I have to go back several years to when we ran the Peachtree Road Race. And I'm going to have to say that was probably my most memorable time, because in that instant I learned a lot of lessons, life lessons, about running life's race. And there was a time when we were nearing the finish line and it was uphill, and I was spent and I didn't think I had it in me to go any further. And you told me that I could do it. And you said, just put one foot in front of the other. You said to follow your steps, and I did it, and we were able to make it through to the finish line. That was quite an accomplishment. But you've always been like that, Dad. You've always been very encouraging, very motivational, very positive, very just upbeat and positive. I don't know any other way to describe it. And you always live life with humor. You're a very good example of that. And I love you, Dad. And I hope it's a great 70th birthday. Mwah.
All right, so we've been given a little bit of a challenge to come up with some good things that we wanted to say for your birthday today. And at first, this was an unbelievable task that was given to me. And I was told that we had to come up with some things that we wanted to say to you. And I came up with a whole laundry list of things. And then Holly read them and was like, wait, these aren't things for your therapist. These are things that are nice. So we scratched off most of the list, but I think I've got a couple things that I wanted to say about you, Pop. And the boys did, or at least Ethan and Everett did their videos in front of their mementos on their wall, and it's their achievements, soccer, wrestling, and I figured I would do mine in front of my biggest achievement. So that's why you see the family on the wall. It's your 70th birthday, which seems crazy to me. I've done this video a couple of times today, and I've not made it through all the way. I've had to stop it and restart, but we're going to try to get through this one. 70th birthday. It seems unbelievable, but I wanted to just say a few things that have been on my mind since this task has been given to us. It's been for a little while, of course, in Todd fashion. I let it go to the very last minute, but that's not for any other reason that we're incredibly busy, and I knew this would be difficult for me. So the things that I came up with are things that are near and dear to my heart, things that I think about all the time that I can share with the boys. Anyway, sorry. the checkers champion. Never been able to break that cycle. But I think the whole forced jump is where you get your edge. You force me, to jump you, and then sucker me into a double and triple jump. I know that's the key. I think about when I was a kid and breakdancing and your incredible tenacity to breakdance, and knowing how you were doing it, and and the looks on my face, and the moonwalk, specifically the moonwalk, the gag me with a spoon, the moonwalk, the mangled brother, twisted sister fiasco was absolutely priceless for you, I know, because I passed that on to my boys. But I'm thinking of the moonwalk Santa I think we were in Eckerd Drugs at the time, where you put the hat on, and the look on my face thinking about that friend seeing you. I don't even remember who it was. Boxing, I can remember us boxing, and there came a time in a day where I think I was too big for you to do that with anymore. But those are cherished memories. El Grumpo is another one. I think you could almost always get me to smile with that. Saying it 2 or 3 times. Sometimes it took a couple of times to say it, but you could always get the smile out of me. And just like another memory that came to mind was that truck in Boca parked there, where you just hold on 1 second. Get that truck out of here. You knew how, and you know how to diffuse a tense situation. It's something I absolutely adore about you. The knee grabbing in the car. I think Everett will probably correct me, because I think he can hear me, but it was either him or Emery that I did to in the car the other day, and it was priceless. They had their hands up, and I'd tickle their knee, and they'd come down, and I'd smash them. The knee grab in the car. Raking leaves in Georgia. No fun, but you always seem to be able to make a joke out of it, along with the mowing the rocks in the backyard. So the cloud of dust and the fact that I'm still alive, and I think the fact that I don't have any hair, and I probably have a couple of scars from rocks, is all due to that. I remember one time when I was younger, baseball party, I was showing off, and I said, Dad, and you finally said, what? And I was showing you a backflip on the diving board, and you'll probably remember this. I did the backflip, and then I came down, I landed on my face. And I think I ended up getting some stitches in my mouth that day, but I can remember vividly hitting the water and not knowing where I was, what was going on, and just remember you reacting and pulling me out of the water. And that is a fond memory, because it was like you were there. You knew what I needed at that particular time. Talks in church. I always love to hear you talk in church. I always also love to hear you say that it never got easy for you, because it's never been easy. Selling things door to door. I can remember going through the gauntlet of me knocking on the door, you opening, yes, Dad, closing the door in my face, and doing it over and over until you felt my pitch was just right, and then I could sell something. Fond memory. The mall and the Dairy Queen issue, remember in North Carolina, where you got so tickled, and going through the line with the black and white malt at Dairy Queen. I love that memory. Lake House. What can I say? My boys absolutely love it. I love it. We've loved spending time with you guys there. Marco Polo, of course. Marco. Jim and Brad, and our dealings with them, and the fun we have with them is priceless. Go Knowles. And the thing, I've been thinking about this for a while, and Holly and I gave talks in church a couple of weeks ago, and the week before we gave the talk, there was a young couple in the ward, and they were blessing their baby. It was their first kid. He's got to be 23, 24, and he was blessing his son. And as he did, we were bowing our heads, and Ethan was next to me, and I think Everett and Marie on the other side of me, and I just was listening to some of the words they were saying in their prayer and some of the blessings they were giving. And one was about his son going on a mission. And I can remember giving that blessing to Ethan. And it came full circle. And I guess in your life sorry. You always want the best for your kids. And I know that's true with you. I know you've always wanted the best for me. And I love you for it. Sorry. I love you, Pop. Happy 70th. I hope to see you soon. I love you so much.
Hi, Dad. So you're turning the big 7-0.
Happy birthday.
Can't believe it, kind of crazy, but in honor of your big 70th, wanted to share a few special memories. One being, I always remember that I loved your omelets. You used to always make them, usually on Sunday mornings, I think after church, but I always wanted them, always wanted you to make them. I love them, and it's been a while since you've made me one, so I think you owe me one. Also, I always think of us hanging out at Aunt Ethel's, and anytime I would be talking to her, you'd be behind her making faces, trying to make me laugh, and I'd try to keep a straight face. And even when I would start laughing, she would just keep talking like normal and not do anything. So yeah, those are just some things that bring a smile to my face. I love your sense of humor, and I think I have some of it, which I'm pretty happy about. But yeah.
I think the sense of humor thing rings with me the same. When we first got into this whole thing and I met your daughter, you were a little standoffish with me, Richard. She's your baby, you were trying to protect her, but I think the moment I realized you kind of let me in was when you told me the Tom Cruise joke. Now, that's probably all I have to say. You got it from there. You know the one I'm talking about, but your sense of humor and the caring you have for your family are the two things that I like most about you.
Happy birthday.
Happy
we love you
birthday.
so much.
We love you.
I wish I was there with you, but know that we're thinking of you. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy 70th birthday, Dad. First of all, I don't even know where to begin because I have so much that I could say about you and to you, and it could go on, and I'm going to get emotional as it is anyway. First of all, I know I'm not your daughter technically, but you are a father to me, and you have been for a long time. I'm really fortunate to call you Dad. I don't think that there's very many people that marry into a family that get to say that they call their in-laws by father. I am grateful that I do feel that way. I've always felt that way, and you've always made me feel loved and important, and I'm grateful for that, for you welcoming me into your family. I consider you one of the men that's instrumental in my life and guiding me. I'm grateful for that. I look to you for for those things too, for your love, for your advice. I look to you to help give me guidance, and I'm grateful that I can call you Dad. I can't believe that you're going to be 70. You're so young, young at heart, and young in all that you do. So first off, I love you. I think you're amazing. And let me think. I'm trying to think of one of my fondest memories is when we were going to North Carolina, when Todd and I met you in North Carolina with Kristen, and we spent a week having fun and hanging out. And I remember we were driving, we were sightseeing, and I forget what part of North Carolina we were in at that point, but we had pulled over and saw these young kids, and you had one of the kids walk up to the car and you asked him where the coolest mall was. And he was trying to give us directions, and you got tickled, and it was hilarious because of the interaction with this kid and him telling us where the cool mall was, and here we were adults and asking this kid where the cool mall was that we could hang out with the cool people. And you got so tickled, you were doing this wheezing laugh, and we could not stop laughing. And then we went to go to Dairy Queen, and I asked you to order me a black and white, and you said, I am not ordering you a black and white. You thought I was teasing you, that there was no such order for an ice cream, and so you refused to order a black and white. I just remember that time being so much fun, and us laughing our guts out and enjoying being together. We have lots of experiences with you like that. Many. Going to Daytona and playing Marco Polo, to running around on the beach with my children, and having their grandpa chase them and bury them in the sand, and playing Marco Polo as adults, and always laughing and giggling, and watching the people around us at the pool laugh, because here we are as adults playing Marco Polo and giggling. There's lots of different memories, and I think one of the tender moments was you sharing that you were grateful that I called you Dad, and that meant a lot to you. I don't know if you remember that time, and it was actually at church, and you stood up, and I think it was in gospel doctrine class, and you shared with them, you bore your testimony, and then you shared with them how grateful you were that I felt comfortable enough that I called you Dad, and that made you feel good. And I really mean it. I don't feel any different than that, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I have you on my side. The next best thing that I think that was huge, Todd and I had lots of years alone with you in Boca, and they were struggles for both, and a new marriage and the situation that you were going through. But the great thing that happened was Suzanne coming into your life. You picked a winner, and she married a winner. We couldn't ask for a better unity of family. We look to you. We look to you for advice, for love, for many things to guide us. We're grateful for the love and compassion and that you show our children. They don't know what they do without their papa. You mean so much to them. I'm sorry, I'm crying. I knew this was going to be hard for me. So it's taken me a while to gather my thoughts, and I had so much I wanted to say. I'm grateful for all that you do for us. And there was one word that I thought of that described you quite well. you have been a patriarch of this family. You've been a solid, consistent patriarch that has held this family together through thick and thin. And you should be proud of yourself and all that you've accomplished. You're an amazing man, and I'm grateful that I have you as a dad. And I hope you know how much we love you, how much we always look forward to your visits, how grateful we are to be able to have the lake house that you and Suzanne decided would be a good investment, to build memories and to have a place for our children and for us to build those memories together. It's been a great experience to share that with you. It's a very fond place for us and something that we look forward to. I hope that this is a great celebration and that you celebrate big. You have so much to be thankful for, and we do too. And just know that we love you, and I don't know what else to say other than that you're solid, and you're a solid person and a wonderful man. So thank you for everything, and I hope you have a great celebration, and happy birthday. I love you.
Hey Richard, happy birthday. 70. Wow. Congrats. That's awesome. So I hope you have a wonderful birthday and a terrific 2017. Really looking forward to getting to spend more time with you this year. 2016 was crazy with all the work changes and the new baby with our family, but looking forward to and excited about spending time, whether it's at the lake or just getting to kick back and watch some ball games with you. Wanted to say that I truly appreciate the coaching that you give Jen and I, always pushing us to make sure that we're getting the most out of life and doing the best we can. It means a lot to have you as a mentor and as a role model. And certainly, while the boys argue that you aren't Superman, from what I can tell, I think you're absolutely a superhero. So here's to you, Superman. Have a wonderful birthday.
Happy birthday, Richard. We love you.
We love you. And I love getting to spend time with you on beautiful Lake Oconee.
And I will never forget the amazing family Gomez reunion.
Happy birthday, Richard.
Have a great day.
Love you so much. What I love about you is that you're always curious about people. You're always asking questions to get to know them. I love how silly you are with the boys, getting dressed up as Superman and wrestling with them, fighting with them. So much fun. Love you so much.
Uncle Richie, wearing my Gomez reunion shirt.
We had to take this early morning video because none of us are all home at the same time, so that's why we're all dressed up for this tribute to your milestone of a birthday.
Dad, you say something.
You don't look a day over 90.
Ah!
And one of the memories is the fact that whenever we went Easter egg hunting, we always had to give you all of our Easter eggs because you never found any because you looked in the same spot where we found them. And the other thing that I'll never forget were the tasteless, cheap presents that you used to give me on Christmas.
Can we have an example? You little duck up.
But also, I think probably everybody, both sides of the family, the most enjoyment they get is seeing Jimmy and Richard together whenever we're together, and just the bantering back and forth. It's very, very funny. We all laugh and chuckle about that.
Hopefully we'll all get together again before we die.
Yeah,
I heard you had a house in Georgia on a lake. Surrounded by water. I've seen pictures.
Yeah, they think it's fictitious, but we all come back saying how much fun we had. But before you sell that house, let us know so we can try to get another family reunion together on that house.
We'll keep checking the mailbox for our invitations.
Okay, love you.
Love you. Bye.
My favorite memories are of family holidays we spent together. Thanksgiving was always at Grandma's house, and all the boy cousins would stretch out over the living room to watch the football games. And at your house, much to your mother's protest, you boys, including your dad, would entertain us when you wrestled in your living room after a birthday celebration. What I most appreciate about you is that my very popular cousin would always speak to me in high school, and for the relationship you had with my parents. You always made all of us feel special. Please know that you are important to those of us whose lives you have touched over the years, and your love is returned in our love for you. As we honor you today, I just want to say how nice it is to be the younger cousin.
Hi Richard, it's Brenda. I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday and say how very happy I am that you're my brother-in-law. You've made my sister very happy.
Richard, I also want to wish you a happy birthday, and I would like to invite you to come to Kingman with Suzanne, and when the races are on, maybe we can have some fun.
So here we are. We're supposed to say, or not say, happy birthday, but favorite memories of Richard. I cannot get out of my mind the reaction of the famous Rolfing session with
Dolores.
Good old Dolores. Well, Richard, there's choices in life. Who we marry, whether to jump out of an airplane or not, and whether or not to complain about free services for Rolfing. So there's some repentance to do here, I think. If you had to do it over again, we could both go through this again with happy faces. My face was happy. I was perfectly, totally relaxed. I enjoyed every session, all 9 sessions. And unlike my loving friend Richard. Why do I love Richard? I love you, Richard, because you love us. And we do love you. Happy birthday.
My favorite memory is Thanksgiving dinner, the video, 2 hours with all the clinking of the silverware. Then afterward, the basketball game with the video camera in one place. So you just saw people as they ran by to one end or the other of the court.
And we heard the bouncing ball.
And we could hear the bouncing ball, true. So we love Richard because he makes us laugh and he's always fun. And now that you're joining the ranks of the elderly, it's no longer senior when you hit 70, Richard. So you are now in the group of elderly. So take care, be careful, and have a great birthday celebration.
It's not that bad. 70s are cool. 71, however, is even better. As you can see, look at this. Look at this. We're both happy and we're both really glad. Hope we can see you guys pretty soon. We're planning a trip next year. We'll let you know.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
From Bill and Scarlett.
Hi, Uncle Richard. Happy birthday. Happy 70th. You never looked better. I just want to tell you how much I love you and how grateful I am that you are my uncle. I'm thinking about all the fun memories that we've had together. 2 of them stand out the most. And that the first one is, this was years ago. I was probably in junior high or maybe just entering high school. You came to visit us in Jacksonville Beach, Florida, and you wanted to ride one of my parents' 10-speed bikes, and it's an older bike. I don't know if they still have it, but you got on it and you came barreling out of the garage and you didn't know where the brakes were, and all I heard was, "Where are the brakes on this thing?" And you just went down the driveway and in the street, and luckily nothing happened, but it made me laugh. It made all of us laugh. And my treasured memory of us was when you came to pick up Kristen at Grandma Coppedge's house, and Kristen and I were playing tennis, and you and I were talking through the fence, and I told you that you would always be my uncle, and that is true to this day, and I'm so grateful for you and everything that you do for your family and for all of us, and I'm grateful that I could be part of this tribute. I love you.
Hey Papa, if you're seeing this on your birthday, then hope you know that I'm in the MTC and I'm training to get ready to leave for Samoa. But I do hope you know that I'm thinking about you and how it's your birthday and how much I love you. We did get a couple questions that we were supposed to answer for you, and one of them was, what is my favorite memory? I would have to say probably Marco Polo, even though you were a cheater, and I've always been a cheater. But I do love you, and I'm so thankful that you guys have the lake house, that we're able to go out and be with you, and that we get to spend time with you. I love playing all different kinds of games with you, and going on the boat and being together as a family. And another question we have is, why do I love you? Why do I love Papa? I love my Papa, first of all, because I have no choice. I'm just kidding. I love you because you make my family so complete. You've always been perfect and so nice to us, and always been there to support me and my dad and my mom and my family. Also because of Mimi. I love you because of Mimi, because Mimi's great. I hope you have an amazing 70th birthday, and I hope it's a great one, and I'll be back for the 73rd. I'll be back soon. I love you. Bye.
Oh, hey Papa. So we were asked 2 questions to answer, and the first one was, what is your favorite memory of Papa? And my favorite memory of you, well, I have a ton, like Marco Polo, and I always cheat in Marco Polo. Cracking jokes about Petunia and how big she is. And I think my favorite one is the fishing and taking us out on the boat, especially fishing, because I always win and get the most money. And also Rumpy Bugs is one of my favorite. And then the second question was, why do you love Papa? And I love you, Papa, because of all the amazing jokes that you make and how much you love us and care for us. And also I love the memory of you and Mimi taking us to the movies when we were there and spending time with us at the lake house, and I just love those memories and I won't forget those. I love you. Bye.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Happy birthday, twin. We're turning 14. Just 2 more years till we can date. One of my favorite memories with you is on Thanksgiving Day with you and my buddy Joe. He still talks to all of our other friends about how you're a beast at basketball. My girl Petunia told me to wish you a happy birthday. You can always tell when she's coming because you feel the ground start to shake. You know what they say, big girls need love too. Aha, love you, Papa. I love spending time with you and Mimi at the lake house. This is a special tribute just for you.
Happy birthday, Grandpa! My favorite thing about you is whenever we go to the lake house and then we play charades. Your aunt impression is on point. It's my favorite.
What about you, Tubby?
My favorite part about you is when we went to Utah and we went zip lining.
And then you got stuck.
Yeah.
Bye, Grandpa.
Bye.
Hey, Grandpa, happy birthday. I love you. So my favorite memory with you was when I was young and you let me drive the boat by myself. It was fun.
How old were you?
I was like 5, 6 maybe.
And you just felt like you had power.
I mean, yeah, a little bit.
All right.
I love your hugs, and I also love playing with you. Wrestling.
Lincoln, what do you love about Grandpa?
That he's silly, and he's funny, and he's grateful, and I love him. And I love him putting up his decorations.
Hi, Richard.
Hello, Richard.
It's Dion and
Jerry.
wishing you a very happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Richard.
Okay, so my favorite memory of Richard is the trip we took to Europe together, the four of us. Richard always talked about talc, and he finally convinced Jerry to spend that money and take his wife on a nice
I don't have much
talc
money.
trip.
Richard's got a lot of money.
I know. That's why. So that's my favorite memory of you. And Richard, I love you mostly because you own a beautiful lake home at Lake Oconee, and you always invite me every year. So I love you for that. Plus, I just love you dearly as a friend.
Just once a year? So he invites you just once a year?
Just once a year.
Okay.
So I might love you a little less, but
Or a little more if it was twice or 3 times a year. Richard, I don't know where to start. So let's start about memory. You know what? One of my favorite memories of you. We got a chance to work together for a long time, and we had lunch one time with a customer. Oh, I know you know exactly what I'm talking about. You could identify everything that took place. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, other than to say that if it weren't for me, you probably would have gotten fired that day, and you would have maybe been in the hospital because of your assertiveness. Actually, it was aggressiveness. That customer had said some things that wasn't very kind. So I'll never forget that. I will never forget that.
nor will I, because I've heard it many times.
Yeah, Dion's heard that story.
And so is Suzanne.
And so is Suzanne.
And Richard.
And Richard. But also, I think if other memories, of course, a lot of them are at work because we got to spend a lot of time together at work. We were both in the industry for a long, long time, and so the memories I have of your leadership are amazing, and so I often think about how many times you and your team bailed me out and made me look good, and certainly I have a lot of wonderful memories about that. And then the trip we took to Europe and was phenomenal. And then all the other great times we've had with birthday dinners and so on. So just a lot of wonderful memories, Richard, for me. Now, why do I love you? I love you because of the way you treat people. Pretty simple. You are such a caring person, and the way that you respect and treat people with dignity is a great example for me. And you're a mentor for me from that standpoint. And so I love you because of the way you love others and the way you treat people. So.
Okay, so now.
Let's sing.
Okay, you ready, Richard?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Richard. Happy birthday to you. See you, buddy.
Bye. Love you lots.
I want to take a minute to thank you for everything you've done for Holly and gifting it to myself. One of the fondest memories I have working for you is the way you care for your people. I've witnessed it for many, many years and have tried to emulate some of that. Because people knew you truly cared for them, they worked harder and never wanted to disappoint you. So I learned a lot working with you, and I appreciate that. So I also wanted to say happy birthday, Richard.
Hi, Richard. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy 70th birthday to you, Richard. Wow. I guess this means you are older than me now. And in thinking about this, I realized that I have known you for over half of these years. And that's just amazing to me. 25 of these years were at Southern Vale or Bapco, where I learned to respect you and hold you in very high esteem. You were always a wonderful boss to me and a friend. And I am just blessed to continue to have you and Suzanne as my special friends. And I just pray that God will just bless you and just give you a very, very special birthday and many, many more. And I send you much love to you and Suzanne, and I thank God for you.
Richard, happy birthday, my friend. So I understand this is a big one, 49, or at least the 49th anniversary of your 21st birthday. Anyway, I can't think of a better time to thank you for your years of leadership and all the influence you had on my career and in my life. How could I have known that those years of sitting in that little bitty cubicle outside of your massive office would one day be the good old days? Anyway, I hope you enjoy your birthday with family and friends, maybe a little golf. Let Suzanne spoil you. I suspect she does that every day. But have a happy, happy birthday, and let's do lunch soon. Take care.
Hi, Richard. I just wanted to wish you a happy 70th birthday and let you know that my favorite memory of you, I guess, is lots of them, but working for you at the old 2245 building every day was enjoyable, and I guess giving you directions every day so that you wouldn't get lost was the thing I remember most. Anyway, and then the reason I love you, Richard, is because you are always sincere and you're always so thoughtful of others, and I really miss you, and I hope you have a fantastic 70th birthday. Love you. Bye.
Hey Richard, I wanted to wish you a happy birthday on this historical event. I hope you're having a great day, and I sure do miss the good old days. You said we'd be saying that one day, and we are. Thanks for everything. Bye, Richard.
Happy birthday, Richard. It's hard to believe that we are those people now, our parents. My fondest memory of you is when we were at Stone Mountain at an awards banquet, and the awards table fell with all of the marble awards, and all I can see is you went, oh, what are we going to do now? I hope you have a great 70th birthday. Happy birthday.
Well, hello, you old Viking fart. 50 years ago, you were young and spry. What the hell happened? You, my friend, have been the life of St. John's Vikings since 1965-66. And it was a blessing for all of us to have you, our energizer, go to school with us and be with us over these last 50 years. You not only have been good to all of us, you have stolen my wife's heart. And I have evidence and pictures. And Suzanne's got them now. You know, in June I'll join you at 70. It doesn't seem like it's been 50 years, does it, Rich? You've been a great friend, a great buddy, a great mentor, and just an absolutely great friend to all of us. And we wouldn't trade you for anybody. Maybe $1 million, but wouldn't trade you anyway. Love you, man. Happy birthday. Enjoy your kids, enjoy your grandkids, and enjoy that beautiful wife of yours. I love you, man.
Hey, Rich. What was the matter with your first wife? She no good? Well, you better not mess this one up, brother, because you're not only going to have to deal with the Miles brothers, but also Marcia and me too. Suzanne is certainly a blessing. As you can see, I've been out practicing, getting ready for our reunion. So get ready. Our 50-year reunion is coming up. My two best memories of you are, of course, the 2 years we played basketball together at St. John's, and also that khaki plastic sweatsuit you used to wear around the campus. Never lose your sense of humor. Have a great birthday. Hope to see you guys soon. And, oh, by the way, you Northern boys better be ready. I got a new set of sticks. See you later.
Happy birthday, Richard. This is a very momentous day. It just took me this long to figure out that you were such a mature young man when we went to school, but I didn't realize you were 18 and I was only 17. So that kind of explains it. Explains a lot, actually. But we've been great friends for a long time. I'll never forget the first time we met, and then when I saw you play basketball, I knew from that point on we were going to have a really good team. Anybody that could shoot the basketball like you did, in spite of all the ribbing that you took from all the tall guys, I always knew you could play defense. Don't let them get you down. Happy birthday, Richard.
Hey Rich, happy 70th birthday. How in the world did you get so old? I mean, seriously, how did you make it to get this old? So I was jotting down some things, some memories that we had and over the years, and man, there is a bunch of them. I think the first time we met was in 1964 on the way to a Jacksonville University basketball game. We ran into one another. That's the first memory that I have. But lots of good times in high school, but the good times really started when we got to St. John's with that great group of guys and bonded here over 50 years now with that bunch. You and I have shipyard experience that the rest of these guys never had, that they needed, you know, because it taught us that, well, this is what we don't want to do. But the wonderful times we had at St. John's and trying to, you know, make it through, and you know, Miss Epting and all of those people that helped us make it. And then, you know, what a shame that you headed on to Florida State and become a Florida State Seminole. You know, I don't know. But anyway, that's a good thing, and that's in the late 60s. And you know, my memories of the 70s, the thing that pops up is our rafting trip and leaving the keys at another place and getting in that old hippie van and you know, dope going out the windows and all that kind of stuff. You know, I think we were getting quite an education there. We've certainly enjoyed our golf together for the last 30 years, and you know, it's always amusing to me that so I can see you going down the course, stomping and throwing clubs and having a prayer meeting with yourself, and then the trips with Joe and Marshall and meeting the guys and playing. What a good time. And you know, I'm hoping that one of these days you get over your obsession with handicaps, but I really hope that at some point in time that you go out and you have a good time playing golf, because it's a lot of fun to play. And it's not a burden to play, you know. And then our cruise last year, what a wonderful time, and sharing it with the people that we love. And so, you know, lots more memories that you and I had of playing pickup basketball and the rubber suit and you know, all those kind of things that have happened to us over the last 50 years. What what a wonderful thing, and I treasure your friendship. Kay and I feel like that you know that y'all are some of our very, very, very best friends. And so happy 70th birthday. I look forward to making a lot more memories with you. I hope that we can continue to stay in good health and have good times together. So, buddy, we love you. Happy 70th birthday. Don't expect a gift. This is your gift right here. So, you know, it's really more than I wanted, more than I intended on spending. But, you know, listen, happy birthday, my man, and God bless.
This is Neil. I don't know how to operate this thing, but I'm sending you a happy birthday, a belated happy birthday on your 75th birthday. And I want to say how much I appreciate you and I want to wish you the best. And as we recall, about 51 years ago from today, or thereabouts, several weeks from today, 51 years ago, we played University of Florida. And all the memories we had that year, I'll never forget that. One of the best years I had in my college days. And remember you, and just say God bless you, and you have a Merry Christmas and many more birthdays, my friend. And I don't know where you're 75. I believe you're 75 or 76. I can't remember. But anyway, God bless you, my friend.
Hey Rich, happy birthday. Wow, 70, you old fart. Isn't that crazy, 70 years old. But it's been a fun 70, and we did a lot of that together. Look at this thing right here. Who are these young guys? 1960, that's almost 57 years ago. So we've been started with Joe and been kicking it ever since. And what the heck, let's just do another 25. In fact, let's drink to 25 more. Let's drink to your birthday. Happy birthday, Rich.
Hey Rich, good to see you're joining the ranks here. You know, I know you're a lot younger, but happy birthday, man, and the New Year resolution for you regarding golf. Remember, it's only a game.
Happy birthday, Richard. I'm so happy for this opportunity to tell you how much you mean to me. And it goes without saying how much you meant to Don. When I think about all the wonderful times we had together, I think of the word laughter and all those great high school stories that became bigger and better as the years went by. And even though I wasn't there in high school with you guys, I felt like I was there. So thankful for that riverboat cruise that we went on together, the 6 of us. That was precious times together, and I will be forever grateful for having those memories. I love you, Richard, and Don loved you so very much. He had so many friends, but you were the best. Thank you and Suzanne for continuing to watch over me. And thank you for being the wonderful, great guy that you are. I love you. Happy birthday. Do I have to keep saying nice things about him? Are we recording? Oh, you know I'm kidding.
Happy birthday, Rich. I know I haven't known you as long as the boys, but you're a great dad, husband, and friend. Happy birthday.
70 years. I bet you can't believe that. I know I can't. We feel like we're half that age, don't we? You and I go back a long ways. I'd say about 60 of those 70 years. Back to grade school. We came over and played some football in the neighborhood there in Clifton with Donnie Clark and Dane Starkey and I on the sandlot we had there. And I went over to Seabrook Manor, played some basketball with you and Mark Miller, or played something resembling basketball, I guess. And then after grade school, of course, we went to Parker and in junior high. You and I were...
Well, the way I heard it was Meemaw caught him with the Mary Kay representative in the barn, and she was exfoliating his hoo-ha, if you know what I mean.
What are you doing? I'm filming here. What are you doing?
What are you doing, honey?
I'm filming a tribute to Rich Gomez.
Rich?
Rich Gomez, yeah, filming a tribute. Yeah.
Oh my God, Rich died, honey? Oh, Suzanne, baby, we are so sorry. He was the most wonderful man. We loved him so much. He was just so great. We will always be there for you. Anything you need, anything. What? Oh no, Meemaw's fine. He put a rock the size of Montana on her finger for her to get over that, if you know what I mean.
So, anyway, Rich, we were the last class to go through Terry Parker from the 7th through the 12th grade, and you and I always had homeroom together because both our names started with G.O. and had a number of classes together over the years, but the one that I remember the most, and probably you would too, was 10th grade world history with Henry Knight and Mr. Banlow. Mr. Banlow looked like Khrushchev, had a wooden leg that creaked when he walked, and Henry Knight was just a weird guy. He had all these little affectations. We called him Henry the Hawk because he had that long striding walk. And he used to do this thing where he'd raise his hand up and smooth down the back of his balding head. And I think you and I had some of the other occasions we'd raise our hand like we're going to ask a question, and we'd just do that. Gave that poor guy a rough time that year. Well, haven't seen much of you in the last 51 years since we graduated, except for a half dozen or so high school reunions, a couple of THA parties that I got to go to. We've exchanged a lot of emails and worked on some reunions and stuff together, but we both changed an awful lot during that time. And in a lot of ways, I think I've gotten to know you a lot better. And you've worked real hard at your career, been successful. You've been a good husband, father, and grandfather, and now you're at a point in your life where you can enjoy the fruits of all those investments and travel with Suzanne and enjoy your life. We're both luckily married younger women, ought to keep us younger longer. Anyway, you deserve all the best, and I hope you have a whole lot more happy birthdays, Rich. Take care, buddy.
Hi, Richard. I just wanted to be a part of the tribute to you. You're one of the very special people in my life. You've been in my life since I was in grammar school, through high school. Later, you became my brother-in-law. Unfortunately, you're no longer my brother-in-law, but I still consider you part of my family. I love you dearly. You make people feel wonderful when you're around them. You make people laugh, which most of us need more of. And you found a beautiful woman to share your life with, and I'm very happy for you. One of my favorite memories is the year you decided to learn how to ski at Steamboat Springs, and I joined your family. And the poor ski instructor had quite a challenge trying to get you to learn how to snowplow. It was a wonderful trip. I enjoyed being there and sharing that part of your life with you, as I have many other times over the years. I hope we get to spend a lot more time together in the future. Wish you a very happy birthday. Take care. Love you.
Hi, Suzanne. You requested a few videos for Rich's 70th birthday party. I thought I'd accommodate you. We're at Rivermont Golf Club, where Rich spends numerous days, as you well know, playing golf with the Before Noon group. I know you've never been out here to witness one of Rich's good rounds of golf. To be truthful, none of the guys at Before Noon group have witnessed a good round of golf by Rich either, but we thought you'd enjoy these videos coming up. Happy birthday, Rich.
Well, Richard, congratulations. You made it to 70. And as you enter a new decade in your life, I'm sure you're going to be setting some pretty lofty goals. And as an avid golfer, I'm sure the thought of shooting your age is about to cross your mind. And I have one simple piece of advice. Take up bowling. I think somebody with your athletic capabilities With a little bit of practice and maybe a lesson or two, you should be able to shoot your age bowling by the time you're 80. Seriously, Richard, I just want you to know that I've enjoyed our friendship over these years, and I especially enjoy our Thursday golf matches. You've taken a lot of my money over the years, and it's been worth every penny to hear you say, "Oh, Richard," 45 times during a round of golf. Well, Richard, happy birthday, and I look forward to many more years of our friendship and good golf.
Guys, let's win this thing. Let's go get him, and remember, no mistakes. Guys, can you move over? Come on, guys, move over.
Come on, guys. Rich brought those things along. The least you can do is pick them up and use them.
So listen, my friends, and you shall hear the midnight ride of the Gomez's, the Ebersols, and Paul Revere. It was in Boston, the first week of September in 2016. As Longfellow wrote, these are days that we should always remember. Let me tell you about the first restaurant in America, the Union Oyster House restaurant. It was 6 by the village clock when we entered the Union Oyster House restaurant. Hang 1 lantern for oysters. Hang 2 lanterns aloft for lobster. We hung 2 lanterns aloft and ordered the lobster. The lobsters were huge. Through the streets and alleys with our tourist maps in hand, we watched and wandered, looking for the hop-on, hop-off bus stands. Meanwhile, impatient to sightsee, Richard holds his Dunkin' Donuts in hand and leads his troops off to Cambridge land, where we absorb some wisdom from Harvard and MIT. Then we pass through Lexington and Concord faster than Paul Revere, barely stopping for food and beer. On to Boston's Back Bay, Beacon Hill, the West End, the North End, the South End, the Boston Commons, the Boston Harbor, and Fenway Park. We then board the ferry for Martha's Vineyard, where we spend a whole day being very merry. And lo, the midnight message that Jim and Sandra deliver is Happy 70th birthday to our good friend Richard.
Guys, I just think it's comfortable over the shop. Okay, Rick. Take your time. Sorry I'm taking so long.
Hey Rich, Jim Miller, glad to be part of your celebration. I guess the thing that I think most when I think of you is your hard work ethic. Amazing to me. You get to the course early all the time, you're dependable, you're always there, and a lot of fun to play with. And I must tell you, you got to get an A for patience, because I asked a lot of questions and you're always there to help. Even though my putting, as you well know, is pitiful, you've always been there with a positive attitude to help me out, and I appreciate that. So here's to 70 more good ones, and I hope you enjoy the celebration.
You got a good lie there. You got to get it up though.
Anybody see it?
I think it went off.
Where'd it go?
Double my age, and I've never done that before. Sure did it to home. Broke it easy now.